Hey everybody, surprise stream. I'm pulling up Stream Chat on my phone real quick. There we go. Yeah, so I originally thought I was going to do a Survive the Night stream, but I haven't been feeling too alright lately. I just accidentally stomped on one of my crops. Oops. Okay, so let me not do that again. So I've actually been doing a whole lot of off-camera base improvements over the past while, and kind of been busy with work. So it's gonna be more of a relaxed stream here. So if you've watched any of the videos from the Let's Play that I've been sadly neglecting, the base did not look like this at the time. Not at all. There's been a lot of improvement to it as far as like the overall external structure and styling and stuff. I've covered pretty much everything in smooth stone because it's one of my favorite building blocks in this game. Mainly, one of the reasons is it's just easy for me to see, and as well, it just looks nice and modern. So let's go inside. And here's the auto smoker that I actually built in one of the first episodes of the series. I think it was like episode 2 or something like that. And it basically works by taking food and putting it in one of these barrels up top here. You know what? Let's go get some food. I'm actually gonna run to the AFK fish farm and get some of the fish out of there so we can cook it. So we actually kind of have to go around the side of the base here and take this path through where over to the right here is the pumpkin farm, to the left is the wheat farm, the bamboo's growing way out over there, and over to the left you can hear all the livestock that I both breed and slaughter for meat and material. And then this little hut right here is the AFK fish farm. And basically what it allows me to do is to stand right here and aim my little crosshair on a certain spot right here at the end of this contraption that I'm standing in front of, and I can just weigh something down on my place block button and it'll work. But I did a few hours of AFK fishing last weekend, so I'm actually going to come down here and let's see, are there any fish? Any fish? Okay, yeah. Here's some salmon. Here's some cod. There's some string, I'm gonna take that. And what else? And there's some more cod, okay. Alright, so there was in fact fish in that. So now that we're back up at the surface, I'm changing because I don't like this song. No, that thing got me demonetized. I'm not using that thing again. Well, not demonetized, but I actually got a copyright strike put on one of my earlier streams because of that track, and I just forgot to take it off of my playlist. So let's get out of here, out of the AFK fish farm. There we go. And we're gonna go back into the base now that I actually have cookable food. But anyway, the premise of an auto smoker is that I can put multiple stacks of food in there, and because there are multiple units doing the cooking and everything is just kind of being funneled around automatically, it's super efficient. So say if I put some cod in this barrel, it automatically starts one of the smokers there because it's feeding all of the fuel and the food through by itself the way that I have this built. Let's put some salmon in this one, and so now 2 of them have automatically started up. And we will put the rest of the cod and the one there on the end. So now all 3 of them are cooking, but if you look in the barrel here on the end, all of the cooked food is being funneled into that barrel. So that's kind of how that works. The ladder that used to go way up has been moved. Now this just leads down to the big old storage room that we have here on the server. It actually used to be a lot smaller. But this is where our bulk storage happens. But actually, you know what? Where is... This kitchen isn't really used much anymore. What is this stream even called? What did I even call this? Yeah, let me rename this. Edit. That's embarrassing. There we go. I'm glad that I am able to do that on the YouTube app. That's helpful. Anyway, so yeah, I had to go ahead and rename the stream because I just decided all of a sudden, hey, I feel better. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna stream because I've taken a few days off and my girlfriend's out of town. So I've just kind of been resting up from work and whatnot. But anyway, before I go upstairs, there's actually this dining room in here that I built in one of the other episodes that I made. It has a really neat looking table in there. And anyway, so if I go straight up a level here, we are now in the giant workshop. And this contraption that is pretty much the first thing you see when you come out of the ladder there is a giant wall of furnaces. And the way that I have this set up, it's kind of like the auto smoker in a sense that all of the fuel, which is held in these chests up here in the back, is automatically funneled in. But there are no input barrels on this. You just put things directly into the furnace. So if I take this stack of stone that I have right here and shift click on it, it goes directly into the furnace. And what's going to start happening is these furnaces are sitting on top of a line of devices called hoppers. And so the furnace all the way down the line over there, as it finishes making stone, is going to funnel that finished product into the hopper that furnace is sitting on top of, and it's just going to be funneled all the way down to the line, into this output chest right here. And I assume that this random stack of 7 stone right here is where it's coming from. I'm not exactly too entirely sure, but all of the stone that's being cooked in this furnace right here is being funneled all the way down that line into the other furnace. On this wall, we've got a similar machine, but it's for more specifically... okay, there's a random llama outside. But this particular machine is very similar to the auto smelter, except for it's made of blast furnaces instead of regular furnaces. So this is only for smelting iron and other valuable ores that I can mine out of the earth. I'll show you guys the mine in a little bit. Over here on the third wall, we've got a grindstone here for removing enchantments from items as well as repairing items. If, say for example, the sword that I'm holding is damaged in combat, and I have either some more materials that the sword is made out of, or another diamond sword, like the one I'm holding right now, and I combine the two in here, it will repair some of the durability in here. And over to the right, I've got a couple of cone stutters? Wow, I cannot speak today. I've got a couple of stone cutters on the same pedestal next to the grindstone. And I basically use these for doing things like taking stone blocks and making them into like slabs, making them into stairs, just basically reshaping them. So that's what that is for. Originally there was lava here, but it kept catching everything around it on fire. So there is no longer any more lava in there. Originally I used that for like junk items and whatnot. That's a cool entrance, but the rest of the song is really dumb. So yeah, that's basically the whole shop. We're gonna go up another level. And this level is actually empty. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it. I did, however, kind of decorate it. I didn't leave it completely empty. There are some nice lanterns hanging around in the room. I've got columns every other block or so around the edges with some stairs at the bottom of them for kind of some accents. I put some stone walls in between. So another reason I did it like this is because a few days ago when I was actually working on the base, there were some pillagers who ended up showing up across the river. And so I took my crossbow here and ended up taking care of them from up here. So as long as they don't get too close, this is really good for base defense until I turn it into something else. Anyway, let's go up another level. And we are now here. Where the heck did that thing spawn at? I hear it really, really close, but we're kind of up high, so it doesn't make sense. But this is my apartment type deal. Are they on the balcony? No, where are they? Oops, I accidentally fired my crossbow. Where the heck are these guys? Because I hear them very close. Okay, that's odd. Anyway, just ignore them. They'll go away eventually. But anyway, this is my apartment here. And I've got a nice kitchenette right here with a double sink and a stove and some nice overhead cabinets right here. In the corner, I've got a nice sitting area with a sectional sofa and a barrel with kind of like a... They're supposed to be lamps, but the closest things we really have to lamps in this game are torches. So there's a barrel at each end of the sectional sofa with a torch on each. And in the wall right here is eventually going to be a fireplace, but I'm not going to be able to properly light it until I go to the Nether, which I haven't done yet. Moving on through my apartment here is the enchanting area. And enchanting is still something I haven't gone over the Let's Play. I think that's something that I probably need to do in the near future. But it looks really nice. There's a whole bunch of bookshelves over here, kind of placed in a half circle around the enchanting table. And there's also a lectern on either side if I ever need to like leave any instructions here for future enchants that I want to do or whatever. And there is another grindstone right here, because one feature that the grindstone does allow for is if you remove an enchantment in the grindstone from an item, so like say something that you pick up from the AFK fish farm, or if you're doing regular fishing, or in like a loot chest. So like in the last episode when I went to the desert temple, I can't quite remember, but I think, what in the world are we listening to? Let's see if we can find some better music. Here we go. So yeah, like in the last episode, we went to the desert temple and disarmed that TNT trap so we didn't blow our own faces off. And there were a whole lot of... Yeah, this song's weird too. There weren't a whole lot of chests in there. I think there were 4 of them. But some of those chests, besides some of the goods that we got, included some enchanted items. And a lot of times those enchantments aren't the best. See, like, on this sword, for example, what do I have enchanted on this sword? Let's see. I've got mending on this sword. I've got... I believe I have sharpness on here. I have unbreaking on here, or I should have unbreaking on here. It's a really good sword, but a lot of stuff that you find, it isn't exactly the best. So you can put it into this grindstone, and when you remove... Oh, hey, puppy. When you remove enchantments from it, you can actually get experience points back. But anyway, that's what that area is for. I kind of stood there for entirely too long. Here's my office area. I've got a nice wraparound desk sitting in front of the window here. And now that we've come around full circle, here's my my puppy sitting there. If we go upstairs into the loft, this is my wardrobe right here. I've got some backup chest plates from the previous 1.14.2 update that you can no longer make. And a lot of my valuables in here, I've got some XP bottles in here, I've got a boat in here, I've got a trident in here. I have an enchanted flint and steel in here. I've got a diamond axe in there. It's just some valuable type stuff. Here's my bed, which I'm actually going to sleep in now so that I can turn the cycle back to day. Here we go. But yeah, that is mainly my apartment. If I walk kind of down around this upper balcony area here, there's a crafting table and a chest for storing materials up here if I don't feel like crafting downstairs in any of the numerous crafting tables that we have around the base. But that's all I'm going to show you of the inside of the base for right now, because the apartment above mine is still under construction, and I don't want to put it on the internet until either Jack tells me that I can, or until it's actually finished. I hear those guys. Where are they? Anyway, so I'm gonna jump off my little perch here and land in the hot tub right there, so I don't take any damage. There's a couple other things that we have on this base. We're descending down into the mine. Some nice chill hop music here. We're not descending down into the mine. It's super deep. It's not quite at bedrock level, but it's pretty close. And as you can see or not see, I've been doing a whole lot of work completely hollowing this place out, which is how I've gathered all of the materials to build with that I have. So yeah, that's the mine. There's not a whole lot to see there. I don't do a lot of mining on camera, mainly because it's just kind of doing some of the same thing over and over again, and I don't really find that that would be super amusing. Here is the campfire here. We kind of use this as a beacon for when we're crossing the forest, gathering wood or hunting animals or whatever. If we get lost and we're too far away to see the base tower here, or that tower over there, which we're going to go to in a minute, we can see the smoke rising out of this campfire right here, and you can cook food on it. There's the hot tub that we just jumped off my balcony into. That should have not been a survivable event. Over alongside here is a trapdoor that I don't dare open because it drops into some really big, deep, dark cave that I am not prepared to explore yet. That's probably more Jack's deal because he likes caving. So I'm assuming next time he's got some time to play, he'll probably go down there. I'm going to see if I can go with him. But yeah, here's all the farms and the livestock and the horses and all that stuff. Over this way is the giant pumpkin pile. It's basically a big pyramid that I'm making completely out of pumpkins that are being actually supplied by that pumpkin farm over there. I have no clue why. It's just something that I decided to do to pass some of the time here while I'm waiting for stuff to happen. Now we're gonna go the other direction around the right side of the base. And immediately, the first thing that sticks out is the radio tower right here that we built in another previous episode of the Let's Play. I had a whole lot of time building it, even though I did die a couple of times. Around this reservoir that we've got right here, we've got a nice semicircle, kind of almost complete semicircle of sugarcane growing. And that's important because we can use sugarcane for paper and baking food and whatnot. Down there in that trench is where I actually lay and mix a lot of concrete, which can be demonstrated in the tower building episode. But yeah, here's the, what in the world kind of beat is this? Okay, let's get something else. Something else. There we go. I've used this in videos before. But yeah, here's the giant radio tower. I might as well just go up to the top of it. Each level kind of has like an access catwalk that leads out to the perimeter of the tower, but we're just going to go all the way up to the top here because it gives a pretty decent view over the entire base. I think we're actually up higher than, yep, we are actually up higher than the main base tower here. And that railway out there, we're actually going to be taking in a few minutes. I actually recorded some footage of me making that railway, but it ended up not being easily entertaining. It wasn't really fun to work with, so I never put it out. Maybe one day I will. Where's the sun at? I'm trying to figure out at what point in the day it is if I need to sleep soon, because I don't have a bed with me. Yeah, let's actually head back to the... Where the heck is the sun? There are so many clouds here. I actually can't see where the sun is. Just to be safe, I'm gonna actually head back to the base so that once the sun goes down, I can sleep. But then I want to actually show you guys that rail line that I built. I'm super proud of it. I just wish I had made the construction more entertaining. It was a little difficult too, I'm not gonna lie, just because with projects like that, when you're placing a lot of the same block over and over again in straight lines, and you know, you have to do it multiple times between your two locations, your e.g. here and the village, it really is not that fun. And it was really difficult to get some decent commentary over that. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you, where the heck is that llama? Did it spawn on top of the base? If it did, I cannot go see right now. And I also can't tell what time it is. That is not good. You know what? Screw it. Let's just go to the village anyway. If stuff spawns, which things are pretty well lit around here, so they shouldn't. Here we go. We'll deal with it as we have to. So I just jumped off my balcony into the hot tub again, because why not? Plus the boots of my armor have an enchantment on them called feather falling, and it's one of the higher levels of feather falling, so I don't really have to worry about that much. But can I see the sun at all yet? No, I cannot. Anyway, here is my rail line here. We're gonna go ahead and press this button right here, and it's gonna push us off. I'm sorry about how loud the rail cars are. I am definitely sorry about that. It's not too long of a ride, but it's a little twisty and turny. I'm doing my best to follow the direction of it with my mouse here. Whoa. And this is my favorite part, is the tunnel with the columns and the arches and stuff overhead that I built. and I went ahead and actually hung, ooh, that was really twisty, some lanterns from the center of the arches. We're about to arrive here in the village right now. We just went around the final bend here. We just gotta go over some hilly terrain here. And here we are. Awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop out of there using shift. Here we go. And we are now in a distant village that I'm probably going to end up transforming in a future episode. We got a couple stacks of chests here that are holding some building materials for a project that I've done. But we're just kind of walking through the village right now. There's just random houses and stone pillars with torches and stuff kind of sitting out to light the village. It's winding through a whole bunch of trees and whatnot. Here is the village bank that I built. It actually houses a secret that I'm going to show you guys very soon. But here is the village campfire right here. Thankfully, I did not have to steal one of these. They are indeed craftable, but there are just some villagers kind of hanging around during the day. I'm not quite sure. Do you guys have jobs? Do y'all even have jobs? I don't think they do. What's in this house? Do you have anything interesting inside? There's actually a chest here. What's in this chest? We've got some bread, which I'm going to leave. We've got some logs, which I'm just going to leave. We got some saplings, which I'll leave. Nah, you don't really have anything interesting. Oh, is it bedtime? It is bedtime because the villager is, well, in the bed. So let me actually go outside, if it will let me. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the bank now, since I do not have a bed and I can not go to sleep during the night. So here I am in the lobby. There are a couple of things here. To the left, we have just a regular teller's window with some villagers that I've bred and captured back there. That sounds so brutal. This beat is sweet. Here we have a trading fisherman villager. Are you trading right now? Okay, so if we give him string, do I have the string that I took from that? I do. So if I give you string, where's the string? Here it is. You don't want string? But that's what your trade says, you dummy. Why are you being a jerk? Oh, that's why. He wants 20 string for 1 emerald. Wow, you are thirsty. You are a thirsty villager. But anyway, here down this, what's supposed to be employees only hallway, I'll probably end up putting like a piston door here or something like that, that no one can just come back here and use. There is an elevator that I've built here. This thing is super expensive, it's super loud and clunky, but if I press this button right here, we are now down in the server's main vault. And before I show you what's in the vault, this song is so sweet. Hey. Sorry, this drop is really sweet. But anyway, in the vault here is where our server's valuables are stored. And the main reason that I've done this is because if anything were to happen in the storage room that destroys any of the chests that are in there, and it happens to be like a valuables chest or you know, we decide to remodel and we have to move some stuff around, and those items are lost somehow. You know, we don't want to. I don't want to lose our valuables like that. So, if we walk around the elevator shaft right here, we have just piles of valuables here. In this chest right here, we have versions of all of these things in their more itemized form, just because there's not a whole lot of room in here, and I didn't want to put everything into their block form. And for turning this stuff into blocks, we've got a crafting table right next to the chest. But the first pile that I have here, we have a pile of gold blocks here. It takes 9 gold ingots to make 1 gold block. And there are 1, 2, 3... Oh, there's a villager in here. I guess he's just kind of tending the stuff. Why are you standing on top of the gold, bruh? Okay, now he's just walking all over the stuff. That's disrespectful. I should shoot you for disrespecting our riches. Yes, you deserve this. I'm sorry. I had to do it. Anyway, so, next to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 gold blocks right there, we've got a pile of iron blocks. We've got a pile of emerald blocks, which honestly is one of the most valuable materials on here because that's actually our currency. And then over here in the corner, we've got bars of diamond right here suspended up on the wall. Diamond is more of a valuable building material on this particular server. I know in some server economies it is actually the currency, but with us doing most of our trading with villagers and whatnot, emeralds is actually our chemistry of choice. Is there another villager over here? Where is it? It's stuck there? In the elevator shaft? Okay. There's a villager stuck in the elevator shaft. I'll have to handle that off camera. Let's get back in the elevator here and press the return button. And here we are back on the surface. Is it still nighttime? It is still nighttime. So I'd like to explain one thing while we're waiting for the daytime because I was dumb and did not bring a bed. Last week I did not upload a video, and there's a very good reason for why I did not upload a video last week. Not only did we have the holidays, but my girlfriend's going to be out of town all week, and I wanted to spend a bit more time with her than I normally do, so I did not... Did you... Villager, did you just take fall damage by yourself? Okay. Why are you guys hanging around outside? It's dangerous out there. Anyway, I just wanted to spend some time with her, and so that did not allow for me to edit the footage together of me actually building this bank building right here. Speaking of which, because I wasn't actually able to film the construction, let me describe it a little. So, it's kind of like a square with a rectangle sticking off of the back of it. I've built most of it out of white concrete, because white dye is the easiest for me to acquire right now. The floors are made of chiseled sandstone, and it's got nice big 3-meter tall windows on every side but the left side when you're standing with your back to the door, because that's where the tiller window is. The Fisherman Trader is kind of off to the right on the back wall of the room. And if you look directly to the left of him, that's where the access hallway to the elevator is, which, like I said, I'm probably going to end up putting some sort of piston door there or something, so it's not just accessible by anybody. Even though villagers, they can't really press buttons. Anyway, let's see. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting? Because I actually think that I've shown you all everything that exists. You know what? Screw it. Let's go outside. It would be cool if we actually encountered something, but things are pretty well lit here. And for some reason, I don't really see that many mobs spawning. There's a lava fall over there to the right. Hi, villager. What are you doing? See, even the villagers know that it's safe over here. I'm not quite sure why they're so comfortable going outside, because they're supposed to stay indoors in the nighttime. But anyway, here we are back at the railroad track. I'm gonna go ahead and get in the minecart and press the button and head back to base here. And of course, as soon as we start heading back, it's time for the sun to come up. Let me see if I can follow this thing around properly with the camera. Whoa. You know, I could have been not lazy when I built this thing and just flattened out all of the land that this thing was going to go through. I could have done that. I'm not going to tell you why I didn't think to, because it's not YouTube friendly. I may or may not have been there may have not have been some wine involved that night, but I just went ahead and molded this thing to the landscape, so it's all like hilly and twisty and turny and all that stuff. So I'm doing my best to keep the camera following it. There we go. I think I did all right. And here we are back at the base. Thankfully, I can just jump over the little a pillar that has the button on it right here. Standing right here is a smaller version of the auto smelter that I have up in the shop, and the reason that I put this here is because when I was building this rail line, I wanted to just be able to come back to the beginning and already have some stone smelting, and I didn't want to go up to the main base tower all the way up to the shop every time. So this will probably get removed and put at my next build site somewhere. But until I actually decide on what I'm going to be building next, that it's going to stay where it is. But yeah, that's basically the entire base. You guys, I'm so sorry about the lack of content over the past couple of weeks, you know. I'm going to try and get a video up tomorrow, but I wanted to stream just in case I couldn't, because I'm kind of having a little bit of builder's block. I'm trying to decide what all the base really needs, and I'm not exactly sure right now. But if you do have any suggestions on stuff that I could build over here, rooms that the main base tower needs, different projects that I could work on, different stream ideas, or you know, whatever. I was gonna, like I said, the Survive the Night stream is coming. But like I said, I'm not feeling the best today, so that's one of the main reasons I did not do that. But anyway, if you have any suggestions for content that I can do, feel free to leave them down in the description. I mean, not description, in the comments, sorry. Another thing that I will say is hopefully in the next few months, I will actually be able to move out of my kitchen and stream somewhere else besides the kitchen table, so that I can start properly making music again. Because this is kind of a hybrid channel. Not only do I game, which is mainly Minecraft content lately, but I also have done a lot of music production on this channel. That is going to be returning as soon as I can make that happen. There are just a few things that I need. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut stream here, guys. There's a video coming out soon that I really want to watch, and I'm going to get some house cleaning done so that it's nice and spotless in here when my girlfriend comes back in town. So yeah, I'm going to end stream for now. Thanks for everybody who came out and watched. Thank you for people who catch the archive or whatever, and I'll see you guys later.